Governor Gboyega Oyetola of Osun State has presented a proposed budget of 109.8 billion naira to the State House of Assembly. The proposed budget estimates capital expenditure at 59.2 billion naira and current expenditure at 50.6 billion naira respectively. In the sectoral breakdown, finance and revenue mobilization gets the highest with 37.24%, while education sector takes 18.08%, followed by health sector which takes 79.8% among others. Oyetola stated that the draft document tagged Budget of Providence was crafted based on the state development plan, having considered economic impacts of COVID-19 in the state. He noted that the effect of the pandemic had spurred the state to devise alternative sources of generating revenue, while listing series of post-COVID-19 intervention programs by his administration.
Tuesday, 10th November 2020, to present the draft 2020 budget of the State of Osun to the good people of the state through its Honorable Assembly. First and foremost, I wish to appreciate the Almighty God, who has been our anchor since the current administration took over the mantle of leadership of the state on the 7th November 2018. Let me also use this opportunity to appreciate the Right Honorable Speaker and distinguished members of this Honorable House for the wonderful support I've been receiving from you since the inception of this 7th Assembly. Mr. Speaker, it should be noted that 2021 budget will be the 30th annual budget since the state of Osun was carved out of the Oyo State on the 7th of August 1991. It is therefore pertinent to say that what we are doing today is in consonance with the constitutional provision as enshrined in Section 121, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Aside from constitutional provision, global best practices, fiscal sustainability plan, state fiscal transparency, accountability, and sustainability program for results demand that the formulation and authorization of the annual budget should be concluded before the end of the relevant financial year, with a view to paving the way for its implementation as early as first day of January of the succeeding year. Mr. Speaker and honorable members, this 2021 budget is a providential budget as it comes in the wake of global outbreak of coronavirus known as COVID-19, which we have managed so far through Almighty God's healing mercy, also through prudent management of dueling revenues, where budgetary targets took second place to the public health and safety requirements of the people of Osun. Resourcing and implementing this 2021 budget are an act of faith that will prevail in the battle to rebuild and stabilize the economy of the state beyond COVID levels by God's grace. As a result, we are dedicating 2021 budget to the post-COVID-19 recovery. This budget is the article of that faith. This is the budget of providence. It was crafted based on the State of Osun Development Plan 2019 to 2028, Medium-Term Sector Strategy 2021 to 2023, my manifesto, thank you tour report, as well as citizens' needs assessment carried out in the 30 local government plus 1 area office of the state. Review of the 2020 budget implementation. Mr. Speaker and the honorable members, it is interesting to note that this respected assembly that year 2020 is a unique year in the history of our state, Nigeria as a country and the whole world at large. The uniqueness of the outgoing year on the physical space of the state of Osun is the crafting and implementation of 2 separate budgets. These are the result of the effect of COVID-19 pandemic, which paved the way for the review of the originally approved 2020 budget to be COVID-19 responsive, with a view to cushioning the effect of the pandemic on the citizens, realizing the fact that the world economy was grounded for almost 4 months. The resultant effect of the lockdown was a sharp fall in the actual revenue recorded in the outgoing year compared to the projected revenue with a very wide margin. The initial 2022 appropriation law puts the total size of the budget at 119,550,401,04000, 119,550,401,040 naira, while the reviewed 2020 appropriation law reduced the total size to 82,229,070,760.00. This is 32% reduction from the initial budget. Out of this, revenue collected from all sources at the end of the third quarter was 63,163,516,814.87. The actual recurrent revenue realized from January to September 2020 was a sum of 51,629,817,237.15, representing 123.05% of the pro rata estimate of 41,957,829,375.00 for the period. The total internally generated revenue of the state government was 14,435,179,120.27. The actual capital receipts accounted for a sum of 7,887,055,787.72, or 46.45% of the pro rata estimate of 16,978,990,852.50. The total expenditure of government up to the third quarter, January to September, of the outgoing year was 52,787,068,539.72, or 85.59% of projected expenditure for the period. The personnel cost gave a total sum of 21,775,954,802.47, representing 41.25% of the total expenditure. The total amount expended on overhead from January to September 2020 was 11,129,640,583.12, or 21.08% of the total expenditure, while the amount expended on capital projects within the same quarters under review was 19,881,473,154.13, representing 37.66% of the total expenditure. It should be noted that the bulk of the state total revenue for the period under review was received from the Federation accounts. The implication of this is that all of us, most especially taxable adults, artisans, transport operators, businessmen and women, we have to support the government in the coming year to explore ways of boosting our internally generated revenue, which is the only reliable source to finance a budget. In other words, revenue, especially IGR, are crucial to ensuring realistic budgets. Hence, everybody must be revenue ambassadors in the state. The main features of the 2021 budget of the state. Mr. Speaker and honorable members of the House, I'm pleased to inform you that in the process of formulation of 2021 budget being presented today, inputs were sought from various stakeholders. In addition, it is important to reiterate that our budget map out detailed plans to set on the clear path to the development despite the current unfavorable outlook of the global economy. Mr. Speaker, permit me at this point to present to this Honorable House of Assembly the draft 2021 budget, whose size is 109,855,051,640.00, 109,855,051,640.00, 51,640 naira. The summary of the 2021 budget of the state of Osun is as presented below. Share of revenue from federation accounts. Government share of FAC estimated of 31,943,474,170, or 29.08% of the total budget. Government share of VAT is put at 15,888,091,850, representing 14.46%. Government share of excess crude account is put at 900,000,000, or 0.82%. Other revenue from FAC is put at 1,500,000,000, or 1.37%. Independent revenue, personal taxes is 6,960,501,210, representing 6.34%. Corporate taxes is put at 2,566,050,000, or 2.34%. Licenses general 983,332,870, representing 0.90%. Fees general 9,731,913,160, or 8.86%. Fines general 172,700,000, or 0.16%. Sales general 781,596,468, or 0.71%. Annex general 2,478,664,882, or 2.26%. Rent on government buildings general 567,234,000, or 0.52%. Rent on land and other generals 585,700,000, or 0.53%. Payment general 1,493,033,020, or 1.36%. Investment income is put at 143,800,000. Interest earned is put at 6,500,000, or 0.01%. Reimbursement general is put at 200,800,000, or 0.18%. Aids and grants. Domestic aid is put at 10,451,922,620, or 9.51%. Foreign aid is put at 3,033,400,000, or 2.76%. Domestic grants 8,142,390,00, or 8.03%. Foreign grants is 2,835,695,000, 2.5, or 2.58%. Other capital receipts 7,812,500,000, or 7.11%. Total current year receipts is 109,855,051,640. That makes up the 100% of the budget. Summary of expenditure budget. Recurrent expenditure, personnel 31,599,386,530. 29%. Overhead is 16,960, 968, 950, or 15%. Consolidated revenue fund is 2,059,927, 660, or 2%. Subtotal is 50,620, 283, 140, or 46%. Capital expenditure 59,234, 768, 500, which is about 54%. Total expenditure A plus B is 109, 855, 051, 640, which is 100% of the budget. Summary of capital expenditure by sector. Governance and administration sector is 1,515, 122, 570, or 2.56%. Agriculture sector is 3,404, 734, 560, or 5.75%. Economic planning and budget sector is 173,035, 800, 0.29%. Commerce and industry sector is 1,134,043, 200, representing 1.91%. Education sector is 10,711, 328, 430, representing 18.08%. Environment sector is 167,247, 560, which is 0.28%. Health sector is 10,647, 909, 910, which is representing 17.98% of the budget. Infrastructure sector is 4,271, 461, 870, which is 7.21%. Social development and welfare sector is 638, 460,000, which is 1.08%. Security and law 134,379, 500, representing 0.23%. Information and communication sector 155,830, 830, which is 0.26%. Water and sanitation sector is 4,220, 446, 550, representing 7.12%. Finance and revenue mobilization sector 22,060, 767, 720, which is 37.24%. Total capital expenditure is 59,234, 768, 500, representing 100% of the budget. Having presented the highlights of the summary of the revenue and expenditure components of the draft budget of 2021, as well as the sectorial classification of the capital budget, let me now outline the achievement recorded so far up to the outgoing fiscal year 2020. Thereafter, I will speak on the programs of projects admitted into the 2021 budget in each of the sectors and subsectors. Agriculture and food security. In the last 2 years, the focus of our administration has been to consistently engage the development of this sector with a view to making agriculture a veritable means of employment generation for our youth and women across the various agricultural value chain. The advent of COVID-19 in the country has also spurred the state into action at making its state food sufficient and providing the needed alternative to the single source of revenue and over-dependence on monthly allocation from the Federation account. In the previous year, various programs were implemented with a view to boosting agricultural production in the state. We shall continue to make agriculture more profitable attractive, vibrant to enable us attain self-sufficiency in food production with spillover effect to other states of the Federation. Consequent upon the above, the following achievements were recorded in the sector. 200,000 hybrid cocoa seedlings were raised and sold to the farmers at highly subsidized rate of 30 naira per seedling, the cheapest in the southwest under the Tree Crop project. Let me make clear here that the activities of Osun Rural Access Mobility Program, ORAM, under infrastructure development initiatives in terms of the expanded road networks, under improved amenities, have drastically reduced rural-urban migration and is gradually increasing the attraction of more people into farming in the rural areas for both the educated elite and youth. It is therefore not surprising that the demand for seedling through the Ministry of Agriculture and relevant agencies has been on the increase in recent times. We shall not relent on our efforts on rural infrastructural development across the state. In order to encourage farmers' productive expansion in the state, our government distributed various farm inputs, improved maize seeds, plantain suckers, sprayers, and high-quality cassava stems, free as palliatives to the farmers during the annual flag-off of planting season. The state also collaborated with various institutes such as the International Institute for Tropical Agriculture, IITA, Cocoa Research Institute of Nigeria, National Institute of Horticulture Research and Training, Institute of Agricultural Research and Training, and many others for a world-class agricultural development in the state. The collaborative efforts have further elevated the sufferings of the farmers as well as increased their access to improved farm input as a positive reduction in the speedy recovery of the state from COVID-19 pandemic. The Central Bank of Nigeria, through Anchor Borrowers Program, empowered 1,899 cassava farmers with inputs worth 397,840,500, 2,096 maize farmers to the tune of 315,448,000, 611 cotton farmers to the tune of 114,193,043.52, and cocoa farmers, 183 cocoa farmers. The maintenance per hectare is 187,444. Each farmer is to do 3 hectares. These interventions have further expanded the food production base of the state, which provides strong hope for achieving the target of enlisting the state as a potential food basket for Nigeria, with a strong possibility to provide strong export base for our state. Meanwhile, the Osun Brothers Agro Production Scheme is waxing stronger in the last 2 years of our administration. The scheme, which started with 12 farmers at pilot phase, has increased to 106 participating farmers within the relatively short period through the support of our government. The program has witnessed 18 cycles to date and produced over 1,916 beds. That's 1,916,000 beds for the school feeding programs and local consumption in the state. The joy of this administration is the multiplier effect of the program on our people in terms of job creation and expanded wealth increase to the participating farmers. It is worth mentioning that the state has also secured the release of cottage poultry processing center from the federal government of Nigeria, and efforts are in place by the state to partner with the Poultry Farmers Association of Nigeria, Osun chapter, to monitor and operate the center. Also, the federal government artillery at Ilesha has been handed over to the state. It is expected that the 2 facilities will provide more jobs for our citizens when the center is fully reformed for better productivity. The state is one of the 15 states selected to participate in the Livestock Production and Resilience Support Project, LPRSS, which is a World Bank and federal government sponsored project. It is expected to take off fully in year 2021. Government has allocated 400 hectares of land at Tede for this purpose. This no doubt will give strong hope for our youth engagement in productive activities. It is my pleasure to also mention that, consequent upon the State Economic Summit of 2019, a prominent organization, Agricultural Traders Welfare Association of Nigeria, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Trade, Industries and Investment, contacted the state for the establishment of specialized agricultural products international market. To this effect, 15 hectares of land were allocated for the smooth takeoff of the project at the Widesha in the Riade local government. Also, out of the 13,000 hectares of land donated to the state by the Orangon of Ila, we must be grateful to the KBC for this gesture. The state government is committed to clearing and developing 3,000 hectares for massive cassava production under a public-private partnership, PPP arrangement. The land, after clearing, will be distributed to interested farmers, especially the youth in the state. Osun State Agricultural Development Corporation, OSADEC, has commenced the land clearing work with its recently refurbished bulldozers, and the work is ongoing. As part of post-COVID-19 interventions, the state government is proposing to collaborate with the Bank of Agriculture, BOA, to disburse 400 million for about 2,000 farmers through beneficiaries, especially the youth and women across the state, to subdue the effect of the pandemic on agricultural productivity and to boost financial capability of our farmers in the state under government guaranteed agricultural loan scheme, GGALS. Education. Education is a veritable tool for liberating the human mind from ignorance and preventable slavery. It's also the passport to the future. It's a common saying that tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Based on this treason, we set up a committee on education reform, policy reform, headed by Professor Oluaina at the inception of this administration, to review all the policies relating to education sector in line with the aspirations of the people. Reforms in the education sector in line with the Citizens' Needs Assessment report submitted by the United Kingdom Department of International Development, DFID, the widespread yearnings of the people of the state, and my campaign promises, our administration embarked on the major reforms in the education sector as highlighted below. A. Return of the school system to the 6334 regime in line with the national policy on education. 2. Identification of schools by their old uniforms and old original names. 3. Reactivation of early childhood education in the state in consonance with global best practices. The resultant effect of this is the enlisting of Osun State among the states to enjoy support from the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. In the outgoing year, major contributions recorded include e-registration of candidates for basic education certificate examination, BECE, and unified promotion examination, UPE, in conformity with modern global standards. This has eased the coordination of the registration process in a more organized manner and fast-track the grading process and release of final result. It has also allowed the students a level of exposure to information and communication technology, ICT, as a new direction to embrace global best practices. Downward review of registration fee for BECE and NECO candidates, which has allowed more students to participate in the examinations and consequently a reduction in the number of student dropouts. Periodic review of textbooks to update the moribund ones in line with the NERDC curriculum, as well as the knowledge of teachers and learners for an improved examination result. Recruitment and training of 2,210 OMI food vendors by the present administration to serve in the public primary schools with the aim of feeding the pupils with midday meals in order to improve their retention and reduce the number of out-of-school children. The initiative has enhanced both direct and indirect job creation, given that the food items are purchased from the farmers within the state. Resuscitation of the state's participation in the activities of the global learning and observation to benefit environment GLOBE, with the aim to have better understanding, sustain and improve environment at local, regional and global levels. Organization of online lessons for pupils, students, and online training on Osun school effectiveness and efficiency, enhancement for teachers and education stakeholders during COVID-19 pandemic, holiday lockdown. This substantially has assisted the students to keep up with the learning process over the long period of COVID-19 lockdown, which has assisted them to quickly complete the seasonal activities shortly on their resumption after the ease of lockdown. Review of school curriculum to achieve value reorientation and to create sense of worth in our youth. The state presented Master Akintade Abdullahi Akanbi for Young Scientists Presidential Award, where he later emerged as the winner nationally. This is the testimony of improved service delivery in the education sector, which justifies the huge investment of the government in the sector. Technical and vocational education. In line with our commitment to the development of technical and vocational education in the state, with view to equipping our youth with life skills, our administration has revitalized 5 out of the 9 technical colleges in the state, which are ready for commissioning anytime from now. The remaining 4 are in various stages of completion. These colleges will assist in redirecting the orientation of the new breed of school leavers, the opportunities to pursue careers in more independent skill-related jobs, as against the search for white-collar jobs, which are extremely limited. Health. Delivery of quality healthcare services. Honorable members of this House of Assembly may wish to recall that during my presentation of the 2020 budget, I reiterated the irrevocable commitment of our administration to transform the health sector of the state in line with international best practices by ensuring the existence of a conducive atmosphere for the delivery of affordable and reliable healthcare services for the benefit of the people of the state. Furthermore, in furtherance to this socially relevant policy objective, I'm delighted to inform you that the state government has completed the rehabilitation, innovation, upgrading, and revitalization of 285 primary healthcare centers under the Saving 1 Million Lives program for result P4R's implementation plan in the state. The aim of this revitalization is to bring healthcare delivery nearer to the people and to reduce unnecessary pressure on the tertiary health facilities. Consequently, all the completed facilities are now providing health services seamlessly. Thus, the level of pressure on the tertiary healthcare providers is reducing drastically. More so, the death record and level of complications attributed to traveling long distance to have access to health services are reducing substantially. It is our intention to see to the completion of renovation works on the remaining 47 units before the end of the current fiscal year. Similarly, our administration has always delivered on its promise of ensuring the availability of potable water in all our local health facilities and their immediate communities through the successful execution of various contracts for the sinking of motorized boreholes and overhead tanks in these facilities. As part of our efforts to provide affordable and quality health delivery service to our people across the state, our administration has completed the rehabilitation, renovation, upgrading, and revitalization of the General Hospital Ejigbo in the Ejigbo local government area, as well as General Hospital Ifetodo in the Ifetodo local government area. The gesture will eventually cover the 9 state general hospitals in the coming year. It is my pleasure to inform the distinguished House that the contracts awarded to two reputable indigenous contractors for the construction of a 20-bed ward and 30 units of doctors' quarters in our flagship health institutions are progressing smoothly and will be delivered and commissioned before the end of the current fiscal year. In addition, government has completed the rehabilitation and renovation of the trauma center, new theater complex, children ward of the hospital as part of our facilities maintenance project. Additionally, the state now has a public health emergency operations center connected to the National Center for Disease Control, NCDC, in the Ministry of Health, for effective coordination of disease outbreak response activities and better response to any public health emergency by relevant health authorities in the state. At this juncture, I wish to appreciate the Honorable Speaker, other members of the House of Assembly for unquantifiable and patriotic support for administrations to the commencement of the ongoing fight against the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic in our dear state. It's on record that the state government of Osun has been widely applauded as one of the few states of the Federation that took the bull by the horns at the outset of the pandemic by activating its health emergency response mechanism, which culminated in the establishment of the State of Osun COVID-19 Task Force under my leadership and with a delegate authority to my deputy. The proactive measure stood government in good stead in its effective management and handling of the well-known case of the 127 returnees from Côte d'Ivoire without any hitch. The timely completion and rehabilitation, renovation, upgrading, and revitalization worked at our general hospital at Ijibo also afforded government the opportunity to convert part of the hospital to a fully equipped 130-bed isolation center for the treatment of few of the returnees who tested positive for the virus and other COVID-19 patients. Other measures taken by government to increase the capacity for the care of COVID-19 patients in the state include the conversion of the male surgical ward and part of the new theater complex of the state specialist hospital Asubiaro Osogbo to a fully equipped 20-bed isolation center and 8-bed intensive care unit, ICU, respectively. Conversion of part of Mercy Land Hospital, Osogbo, to a fully equipped 180-bed isolation center, as well as the conversion of the dermatology clinic at the Obafemi Awolowo University Teaching Hospital, Ile-Ife, to a fully equipped 16-bed isolation center. In all, our administration has been able to create established isolation centers across the 3 central districts of the state with a 350-bed capacity. These isolation centers are well equipped with diverse medical equipment such as ventilators, dialysis machines, manual defibrillators, ECG machines, portable ultrasound scanners, personal protective equipment, medical consumables like hand sanitizers, nose masks, etc., and other essential drugs to support the must-win fight against COVID-19 pandemic in our dear state. Collectively, by the special grace of Almighty God, we shall overcome. As an administration that prides itself on ensuring the welfare, well-being, and job satisfaction of health workers in the state, our government approved the implementation of payment of 100% consolidated medical salary scale, COMES, as well as the consolidated health salary scale, CONHES, for health workers in the state with effect from February 2020. It is our hope that this kind of gesture of government will be reciprocated with a renewed commitment to the cause of excellent health service delivery in the state on the part of our health professionals. Considering the need to reduce the out-of-pocket expenses and to ensure that no one is left out in the healthcare delivery system, Osun Health Insurance Scheme was put in place for effective and efficient health care delivery in the state. To this end, the following achievements were recorded in the outgoing year. Remittance of 3% government contribution to the insurance premium of public servants in the state and local government services. Payment of over 500 million for the provision of quality health services to the workers and their dependents, covering 167,000 people. These are people receiving healthcare services in health facilities of their choice across the state. Enrollment of over 2,000 self-employed residents who are currently enjoying a variety of services ranging from treatment of minor ailments to major surgical operations with payment of an annual premium of just 2,066 naira. 2,420 vulnerable persons have enjoyed access to quality health care in the outgoing year without having to pay a kobo under the scheme. Over 27,000 vulnerable persons whose documentation is almost completed will start to receive treatment before the end of this year, 2020, through equity grant released to the agency. 332 primary health care centers, 17 government secondary health facilities, including LATEC teaching hospital, as well as 67 private hospitals are now accredited by Osun Health Insurance Agency, with some of them receiving as much as 3 million naira as capitalization from the agency monthly in respect of the number of their enrollees. Release of 20 million naira from the agency fund to establish the OHIS Drug Distribution Center for sustainable supply to government hospitals accredited under the scheme. It is expected that all this will communicate into higher productivity in the state, knowing that healthy people will spend more time at work and enjoy mental alertness for efficiency and effectiveness in service delivery. At this juncture, I'm happy to inform the good citizens of Osun that investment in OES is already producing positive results in the health landscape of their state. Consequently, I'm using this opportunity to arouse the interest of all and sundry to key into OHIS to enjoy the benefits available therein. Infrastructural development. The present administration has continued to embark on an unprecedented scale of infrastructural development, which centers on citizens' needs assessment and thank you tour across the nooks and crannies of the state of Osun. Notable among these developmental activities are massive construction and rehabilitation of both intra and intercity roads is ongoing across the length and breadth of the state, where several billions have been committed. While some have been completed, others are ongoing and will soon be completed. Some of them are the construction of 13.15 kilometer Ada-Igbajo Road will be ready for commissioning next month. The full reconstruction of 8.1 kilometer Moro Yakoyo Ipetumodu Asipa Ife-Ibadan Expressway has got to an advanced stage. The Moro Yakoyo Ipetumodu portion of the road will be commissioned during the second anniversary. The reconstruction of 4.3 Ereja roundabout Isareoke, Oye, Irojo, Ijasalore. Akure Expressway is fully completed and ready for commissioning. Agba Township Road is under construction, as well as that of Itasin, St. Stephen's Church, Our Lady School, Police Headquarters, Famia Road, Modakeke. The construction of 3.8 kilometer Ejibo Township Road has been awarded as well. 80% completion of the construction of Oba Adesoji Aderemi East Bypass Road at Osogbo from Deleyesa to Ataoja School to Garage Ilesha to Osogbo Stadium. 53% completion of the dualization of Osogbo, Ikirun, Ila-Odo, Kwara State boundary, which work is ongoing. 99% completion of rehabilitation of 47 meters, Akinlade Street, 325 meters, Adewale Adejumo Street, Waek Awosuru Street, and 725 meters, Oremeji Akindeko Street, all in Aleku-Odo, Osogbo. 99% completion of 65 meters, Okegada, Army Barrack Junction, Ara-Ijibo Road. The present administration will continue to fund the dualization of Gbongan Akoda carriageway as well as Old Garage Osogbo, Ikirun, Ila-Odo, Erinle. These are federal government roads that span a total length of 66.8 kilometer. The massive road construction across the state has significantly opened up the state for ease of business operations and has facilitated increased availability of farm produce and reduced farm output wastages. In addition, it has significantly reduced the rural-urban migration, thus allowing more young people to be different in residing in either urban or semi-urban areas with increased interest in farming. The wide road network, alongside other infrastructural development such as rural electrification and access to potable water, shall increasingly enhance economic diversification and further improve interest in agriculture in the state. Mr. Speaker, honorable members of this hallowed chamber, considering the heavy traffic, frequent accidents, and the need to protect and preserve the lives of our people, we shall embark on the construction of a flyover bridge at Olaiya Junction, Osogbo. The proposed flyover is a four-span bridge which has a total span length 60 meters, with each being 15 meters. It has 196 meters approach ramp from Fakunle end, while that of MDS approach ramp is 99.95 meters, totaling 295.95 length of approach ramp. The total length of the flyover is 335 meters. All the required tests to ascertain the load-bearing capacity has been carried out. In our commitment to further develop our rural and urban communities, the Osun Agency for Community and Social Development Projects has succeeded in intervening in 415 communities with 534 micro projects completed, which were distributed across the 7 sectors of education, health, water, transport, rural electrification, social economy, and environment, while 19 micro projects are ongoing. These micro projects had cost a total sum of 1,862,709,429 naira for Kobo, with about 1,303,575 beneficiaries. In addition to the above, 37 members of gender vulnerable groups have been assisted with 106 group micro projects completed, while 16 are ongoing. The projects cost a total sum of 249,946,434 naira 15 kobo, with about 7,600 beneficiaries. The total of community and group microcredit projects which have been completed stand at 640, while 35 are ongoing. On the state land government reservation area, 3.53 kilometers of roads in the Ilobu Road GRA extension were constructed and upgraded to asphaltic surface, while the phase 2 of the 0.65 kilometer has reached about 20% completion. The construction of 800 kilometer road within commercial hubs opposite City Stadium, Osogbo had commenced and now at 65% completion. On the unit of certificate of occupancy, about 171 certificates have been signed, while 336 applications were advertised in the national paper for purpose of granting CFO. Culture and tourism. As a government, we did not relent in discharging our traditional roles in culture and tourism. We have provided both technical and financial support for festivals in towns and communities in the state, with a view to exploring those festivals for tourism purposes. Among these are Ìṣẹ̀ṣe Festival, Osun Osogbo Festival, Olojo Festival, Iwude Ìjẹ̀ṣà Festival. We sponsor national and international celebrations such as International Language Day, World Tourism Day, and others, which we believe will network us to greater heights, such as hosting of UNESCO's 6th edition of Anglophone Regional Course for the Development of World Heritage Nomination dossier with delegates from 20 countries from parts of the world. We partook in national and international events and brought glory and recognition to the state and our country. Specifically, our cultural troupe, among with 3 other states in the country, took part in the maiden edition of the June 12th ceremony organized by the federal government. Also, we represented Nigeria at Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo in Edinburgh, Scotland. As a step towards realizing tourism status of our dream for the state, we have formally unveiled Karele Odua Primegate, as well as developed part of our tourism site based on our capacity. In the year 2021, government shall continue to build on the achievements so far in its effort to make the state of Osun Nigeria's world-class, first-choice cultural tourism destinations through cultural tourism industrialization. This shall be realized through concerted effort in terms of development of comprehensive support structures for the industrialization of Osun cultural tourism assets, resources, and opportunities. By so doing, a new business model for the rapid socio-economic transformation of the state of Osun shall be created using dynamic vehicle of arts, culture, and tourism. In this regard, to regain the space of culture and tourism in the world economic space in the ensuing year, the state has put in place 2 plans, which hopefully will serve as the foundation of culture and tourism for our dreams and development of culture and tourism superstructure of our vision. Essentially, the plans are short and long-term in nature. These plans recognize and accommodate our resolve to drive the state tourism with public-private partnership. Specifically, the state has formulated Osun Sterling Tourism Vision 3030, OSTOV 3030. In year 2020, Sterling Bank declared its intention to support tourism investors in the state. Upon presentation of the state cultural and tourism master plan to the bank tourism managers with the view of gaining the bank's support, Osun is the first state to be considered for such partnership. These interactions led to the development of the Vision 2030, which basically contains 30 essential tourism promotion projects to be jointly accomplished by Osun State and Sterling Bank in culture and tourism to celebrate 30 years anniversary of the creation of our state come year 2021. Specifically, through this Vision 2030, our major tourism sites, namely Olumiri Waterfall in Oriade local government, Ayekunlugba Waterfall in Ifedayo local government, Owala Rivers in Olonda local government, Igila in Olaoluwa local government, Kiriji War Site in Bodade, and Obokun local government will receive government attention among other projects. Similarly, the state has put in place a plan tagged Culture and Tourism for Sustainable Economy in the state's new master plan for culture and tourism that focuses on the key issues of development in the sector. These two initiatives and OSTOP 3030 and COTOSEC are non-debt creating initiatives of the government. That's why the fact that the bank is participating. The initiatives have received the blessings of African Union Economic and Social Cultural Council and notable tourism professionals both in Nigeria and in diaspora. I therefore seize the opportunity to invite potential investors in the area of tourism to embrace the opportunity with open mind. As a government, we shall continue to provide security, necessary infrastructure, enabling environment, make land accessible, and provide investor-friendly model that will give necessary support for the attainment of the goals of these initiatives for the benefit of our communities. Water and sanitation. This administration will continue to give priority attention to the provision of potable water to the citizens of the state, despite the fact that the construction, maintenance, and operation of water supply infrastructure are highly capital intensive. The rehabilitation of Eden Water Works, which commenced in the year 2013, shall by the grace of God be completed by this administration, because the water works alone provides potable water to 12 local government areas in the state. All moribund water works are to be reassessed, while concerted efforts shall be made to resuscitate viable ones. Also, we hope to complete the ongoing relocation and repair of damaged pipelines across the state, and consultancy services for the design of water works at Tora, Ajagunlase, Asejire, Ifetedo, Ile-Ife, Iragbichi, and others will be carried out during the year. In the current year, our government commenced the implementation of the state water law enacted in the year 2015 with a view to repositioning the water and sanitation sector to meet the yearnings of our people. Consequently, the small towns water supply and sanitation agency, STOWAS, as well as the Water Regulatory Commission were established. While STOWAS will take care of water supply and sanitation services in the small towns, OWSRC will be regulating activities in the water and sanitation sector. The activities of the two agencies will lead to a more efficient and effective service delivery in the sector, and in addition boost the revenue generation of the state. In addition, all the EU UNICEF-sponsored rehabilitations of many water schemes in Ayedade and Odoti, local government at Okuku, Ibaye, Inisha, Ekwende, Orile-Owu were completed and already in use. Similarly, a new high lift pump was installed at Edworks to boost water supply to Bogan and Odeomu. Solid minerals. The past year witnessed a major reform in solid minerals, from commercialization to regulations and result-based planning, and the outcomes are beginning to materialize. I'm happy to report that the state of Osun has achieved the following milestones. We have started realizing some returns on signature bonuses from investors entering into partnerships ahead. God bless you.
Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Timothy Oweye, promised that the Legislative House will be proficient in its oversight functions towards supporting the government to increase its internally generated revenue and other sustainable development programs. The Speaker charged Nigerians to be committed to good governance, quality leadership, and transparency that will translate to job creation for the teeming youths in order to prevent recurrence of the recent EndSARS protests in the nation.
The year 2021 RMP estimate is not about figures, it's not about putting too much money to budget, but how realistic is the budget is. That is the purpose of the budget. And Mr. Governor have shown and proved to us that the state of Osun budget in 2021 is achievable. I thank you for that position.
Khadija Abdulaziz, ABN TV News, Osun State, Nigeria.